Kalpana.
Good
Hello,
evening, sir.
Tapre.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good evening. How are you all doing? Uh-huh. Did I give you any homework, guys, in the practice book yesterday?
Did you fix your laptop? Sorry,
My
desktop?
computer? Yeah, it's working fine. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Sir, what kind of equipment is this, sir?
What equipment you're talking about?
In your backside?
Sorry, let me just see. Just a second. What are you talking about? This?
Uh, behind the picture, sir. Mobile, sir.
This, or this?
In your backside, sir. This one.
This box? Black box?
It's white and gray color.
This
It's same.
a square, rectangular shaped?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's actually a digital watch with the temperature reader. So it gives you temperature as well, but I think it is bad. It's not working. Yeah. All right. So let's get started. First of all, you know that this D contraction, had can be difficult to hear. A lot of times people don't hear this D very clearly. Listen to 6 pairs of sentences. We are going to play total 12 sentences. Which sentence in each pair is the past perfect? The first one or the second one? So we will play 2 sentences. They will sound very similar, but one sentence will have D, the contraction D. Can you notice it? That's the task. When native speakers say this past perfect sentences, they do not make the as had. They do not say had. They say d. That's it. So can you notice it? Let's see. Audio file number 9.4. Nice warm up for today.
9.4 Pronunciation. 1.
He lost his job.
He lost his job.
He'd lost his job.
He'd lost his job. Did you notice? Did you hear that one of them was the past perfect? Which one, the first or the second?
Hello, good evening, sir.
The second, sir.
Shah. He's
The second, sir. He had lost his job.
okay. Everybody is here now. I can play one more time, maybe. Okay,
Good evening,
guys.
sir.
Good evening, Yasmin, ma'am.
He
So,
not stress that word.
Arish, what did you say?
I said the person who was So in audio file, he did not give the stress on had. He said had.
That comment
He had
was
lost his job.
unnecessary. Okay. And is confusing, irrelevant, and wrong. Doesn't make much sense, Arish, whatever you said. It's not about the stress here. We are talking about the contraction. You see, he lost his job and then he had lost his job. This had is not said separately. Native speakers, they put this had with he, and it sounds he'd lost his job. He'd lost his job. Okay. Now compare. He lost his job, he'd lost his job. There is a very fine difference, very, very small difference. He lost his job, he'd lost his job. So can you notice that the sound? That's the question. Okay. So you can just say, Arish, that the sound was not very clear, or you could say the the sound was present in the first sentence, or you could say that the sound was present in the second sentence. That's what you have to tell me. So there's no question of a stress here. Okay, Arish, there's no question of a stress, intonation, nothing. Let's listen to the sentences again, everyone.
4. Pronunciation. 1.
He lost his job. He'd lost his job.
Which one was the past perfect?
He had lost his hand. He had lost his job.
The first or the second?
The second.
One.
The second sentence was the past perfect, right? You could hear that the sound there. It was very small the sound there, but it was there. Ready for the second pair?
Sir.
Hello, Sumit. Sunita is here, but Sunita, are you here, Sunita?
Two.
We'd missed the bus. We missed the bus.
The first or the second?
First. The first.
The first had, right? We'd missed the bus. Repeat the sentence.
We had missed the bus.
Yeah, we'd missed the bus. We'd missed the bus. Okay. We had missed the bus.
3.
They'd all left. They all left.
They had all left.
Yeah. Good job. Kushi, you're getting it right. Everybody, first or the second? Where was the past perfect? In the first or the second?
First.
First one.
Okay,
He
good.
had all left.
Number 4.
4.
But you met him before. But you'd met him before.
Second, sir. That you'd met him before.
Second one.
Yes, everybody knows what the sentence is, but the question is, which one was that? The first or the second?
Second, sir. The second one.
Good. Good job. Good job.
5.
I'd checked the doors. I checked the doors.
First one. Well done. I'm going to share this audio file with you. If anybody needs more practice with it, they can do it on their own. Okay, I'm going to share this audio file in the group. Now, here, match a line in A with a line in B. You've done it already. It was your homework. I got a fabulous view of the Alps.
As we were flying over them.
As we were flying over them. I got a fabulous view of the Alps as I was flying over them, or as we were flying over them. I got a fabulous view of the Alps as we were flying over them.
We were flying over them.
Okay, notice this connection of the, function of as. As is connecting two ideas which happen simultaneously or in a sequence. What do you think?
Simultaneously.
And if you don't understand the terms I use, simultaneously or sequence, ask me. Ask me, sir, I don't understand the question. Don't keep quiet. Yes. And I see a lot of people are off camera. I don't know why. Guys, it's time for you to be active.
Sir, please explain this.
Sorry, ma'am.
Explain this, sir.
Okay. So simultaneously means at the same time, both of them happening at the same time. Like you can hear me as I speak. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And when there is a sequence, it means one action happens, then the other action happens. Okay. For example, I had a bath and had breakfast. Okay. So there was a sequence there, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So tell me, as connects those ideas which happen in a sequence or happen at the same time simultaneously?
The
Take a read the sentence. I got a
Same time.
fabulous view of the Alps as we were flying over them.
Simultaneously.
Simultaneously at the same time, right? I
Yes,
got a
yes, sir.
fabulous view of the Alps as we were flying over them.
Yes, same time.
Yeah, at the same time. So as word is often used when two actions happen simultaneously and you join them. Okay. So they left as I came in the room. They left as I came in the room. Okay, it means, I came in the room and they left. Or they were leaving as I came into the room sounds better. They were leaving as I came into the room. So both the things happened simultaneously. Okay, I got a fabulous view of the Alps as we were flying over them. So we were flying, and at the same time, we saw a fabulous view of the Alps. We got a fabulous view of the Alps. Okay, the Alps, mountain cities. Now, number 2. I felt tired all day yesterday.
because I hadn't slept
Because
much
I hadn't slept much the
Night
night before.
the night before.
Because I hadn't slept much the night before. I felt tired all day yesterday because I hadn't slept much the night before.
Coffee.
I felt tired all day yesterday because I hadn't slept much the night before. Now, notice, first the person talked about feeling tired. I felt tired all day yesterday. Yesterday, okay, past tense. And now he is going backwards because I hadn't slept much the night before. The night before. A good expression, okay? I hadn't slept much the night before. Next, Tom's new girlfriend seemed familiar. Now, number 3, just as I was falling asleep, just as I was falling asleep,
But
The
the
neighbor's
neighbor's
dog
dog started barking.
the neighbor's dog
The
started
neighbor's dog started walking.
Okay,
Barking.
again, can you see as is here as a connector? Just as I was falling asleep, the neighbor's dog started barking. So again, both the things happen simultaneously. Just as I was falling asleep, जैसे ही नींद आंखें बंद हुई मेरी नींद आने वाली थी, the neighbor's dog started barking. So on one side, I was trying to sleep, and the other side, the neighbor's dog started barking. Just as I was falling asleep. जरा सा टेंस देख लीजिएगा. Kalpana is saying I'm feeling sleepy badly. Okay, Kalpana, you have two options, okay? Either you go wash your face and feel fresh, or you go to sleep. I can understand. You guys are not children that I have to tell you anything. I can understand. If it is something you can't handle, go sleep. It is necessary, okay?
Okay.
But if you think you can handle it, just wash your face. Maybe you'll feel, better. Okay.
Want to sleep, sir.
Okay, fine. Your choice, Kalpana, totally. Just as I was falling asleep, the neighbor's dog started barking. Just as I opened my mouth, to call out his name, a fly entered my mouth. Okay? Just as I opened my mouth. to call out his name. A mosquito entered. Please, थोड़ा सा यहाँ पर focus चाहिए. Just as. I need a little bit focus on this. This just, ये just word क्या कर रहा है? As को और ज़्यादा emphasize कर जा रहा है. Just as I was falling asleep, the neighbor's dog started barking. हम जैसे फ्रिज खोले ना, धड़ाम से आवाज हुआ. Okay? तो just as I opened the fridge, there was a loud noise. देख रहे हो दोस्तों? Number 4. Tom's new girlfriend seemed familiar. इसकी हिंदी कर लो पहले. Tom's new girlfriend seemed familiar. Arish.
Tom's new girlfriend seemed familiar. Do I need to say Hindi, sir?
Yep.
Girlfriend seemed. Tom की new girlfriend जानी पहचानी लगी थी.
Well done. Good job, Khushi and Arish, both of you. Khushi is using her laptop, which is an advantage, because she doesn't have to unmute herself all the time. She can simply text me. When you are on your mobile phone, it's a bit different. So anybody who has access to a laptop, I would recommend joining the class on your laptop. It's much better. It's an experience you wouldn't like to go back from. Is Simran opening her laptop now?
Yes, sir.
Good, Simran. Next. Tom's new girlfriend seemed familiar. Next, which line will you match it with?
I was sure I
I
had
was
seen
sure
her
I'd
somewhere.
seen her somewhere before.
Somewhere between.
I'd seen her.
I'd
I had
seen
seen her.
somewhere before.
Because when you're talking about, she seemed familiar, एक तो past tense हो ही गया. Tom's new girlfriend seemed familiar. पीछे जा रहे हो. I'd seen her somewhere. I was sure I'd seen her somewhere before. अच्छा, imagine this. दोस्तों, हम चैलेंज करें आपको थोड़ा सा. आपके सामने टॉम की गर्लफ्रेंड, आपको ऐसी फीलिंग आ रही है, क्या बोलोगे आप उसको? यू सीम फेमिलियर. आप सीम नहीं बोलोगे. सामने आपके सामने वो लड़की, क्या बोलोगे? यू सीम फेमिलियर. लग रहा है तुमको देखें कहीं. यू सीम फेमिलियर. आई एम श्योर. आगे बढ़ो. आई एम श्योर.
I have seen.
you
I'd
somewhere.
seen you somewhere before.
I have
Sorry,
seen
Rohit.
you somewhere before.
Sumit. You got it wrong, Sumit.
Oh,
I'm listening, sir.
I have seen you
She's
somewhere.
in front of you. She's right in front of you. Tom's new girlfriend. Okay. So what do you say to her? Hey, you seem familiar. I'm
I think
sure
I have seen you somewhere.
I have seen you somewhere. I've seen you somewhere. Because it's happening now, ना? तो ये past perfect
Yeah.
नहीं हो सकता है. बात समझ में आई? ये अभी की बात हो रही है. सामने से आप बोल रहे हो. You seem familiar. या आप अपने दोस्तों से बात करो, वो सामने खड़ी है. यार लग रहा है जानी पहचानी लग रही है. She seems familiar. अभी क्या बोल रहे हो आप? She seems familiar. Sure, I've seen her somewhere.
Sure.
I'm sure I've seen her somewhere before. Hey, Lucky. Got it, people?
Yes, sir. Got it.
Why did I ask you to do this? ताकि आपको कॉन्टेक्स्ट मिलते रहे. कहाँ कौन सा बोलना है. आप वापस आ गए पार्टी से, अब उसके बारे में बात कर रहे हैं. I thought Tom's new girlfriend seemed familiar. She seemed familiar. I was sure I'd seen her somewhere before. ठीक है. और अभी फिर से बोले, मुझे लगता है देखें. I'm sure I've seen her before. जैसे ही मुझे लगता है आप बोलोगे I think, तो बोलोगे I have seen her. I thought I'd seen her somewhere before. I felt I had seen her somewhere before. I was sure I'd seen her somewhere before. चलो मैं example देता हूँ. चलो think. So you are sitting on the plane, and the girl sitting next to you seems very restless, very restless, very restless. Then you ask her, "What's wrong with you? Why are you so restless?" It's my first flight. अगला लाइन बोलो, क्या बोलेगी? I had never flown before. I have never flown before.
I have never
I
flown
have
before.
never flown before.
I have never flown before. वो अपना बता रही है सामने आपको. बाद में आपने ये स्टोरी किसी को बताई. The girl next to me was very restless because
He had never
He had
flown
never
in
flown
an
before.
aeroplane.
सब लोग समझ
Because
रहे हो? सब लोग समझ रहे हैं?
Yes.
never flown before.
Great. Good job. And a little bit good job for me as well that I brought it up here. Okay, next. Number 5. I was nervous before the flight.
Because I'd never flown before.
Never flown before.
Because I had never.
I was
I
nervous
never
before the flight because
flown.
oh great. I was nervous before the flight because I had never flown before. Never flown before. I was, और अगर I am कर देते हैं, I am nervous. अभी फ्लाइट पे चढ़
Because
रहे
I
बोलो
had
यार
never
very
flown.
nervous. तो क्या बोलेंगे? I have
I
never.
have never flown before.
Flown before.
एक्शन कर लो बेटा. ये जो अगर क्लियर हो जाए ना टेंस, तो बहुत कॉन्फिडेंस आता है कि मैं ये भी बोल सकता हूँ, मैं ये भी बोल सकता हूँ. कॉन्फिडेंटली कि सही है, ऐसा ही होना चाहिए. It boosts your confidence so much, getting the tenses right. Number 6, my brother rang me.
My brother rang me while I was out
While I
shopping.
was out shopping.
Okay.
While I was out.
So while connects two things
While
happening
I was
at the
out
same
shopping.
time, or two things in a sequence, two actions in a sequence. While. While connects two things happening at the same time, two actions
Two
happening
things
at the same time.
at the same time.
My brother
No,
rang while I was shopping.
I was out shopping. I was
While I
out
was
shopping.
out shopping. Okay. Now you are connected, Simran. Yeah. Which Simran looks better? Simran on the laptop. How amazing it would be if we just could copy people like this, clone people like this so easily, so effortlessly. Oh, that Vinay. Just keep a few copies. One person dies, just bring out another copy. Install all the memories, and he will behave exactly the same way as the previous one. This was the idea in a series, Upload. How many of you have watched Upload on Amazon Prime? What a lovely series. We have watched Upload 1, Upload 2, and waiting for Upload 3. Amazing idea. It's a sci-fi. Normally, I don't like sci-fi, but this sci-fi is around people and emotions, and the story is interesting. People have figured out, scientists have figured out that our consciousness, how it is created and everything, and they can actually copy all the memories of you digitally, okay? And they can make a body which looks like you, and they will install all the memories in that person, and that person will behave exactly like you because he has the same memories. So in a way, it ensures that people never die, because if you have created a digital version of your memory, then even if this body dies, the memory that they have kept safe, the digital form, they will install it on another body which they have created again, and this way the same person is alive. What an interesting idea. And the whole story is around this idea. Upload. So it's a good watch. It's a good watch. Okay. My brother rang me while I was out shopping. So two of the conjunctions, while and as. Okay, they connect those two ideas which happen, those two actions which happen simultaneously.
Simultaneously.
9.5.
9.5. 1,
I got a fabulous view of the Alps as we were flying over them.
2,
I felt tired all day yesterday because I hadn't slept much the night before.
3,
Just as I was falling asleep, the neighbour's dog started barking.
4,
Tom's new girlfriend seemed familiar. I was sure I'd seen her somewhere before.
5,
I was nervous before the flight because I'd never flown before.
6,
My brother rang me while I was out shopping.
9.5.
Hey, Lena, welcome. Now, discussing grammar. What's the difference in meaning between these sentences? When I arrived, she cooked dinner. When I arrived, she was cooking dinner. When I arrived, she had cooked dinner. So these three sentences refer to three different situations. In the first sentence, when I arrived, she cooked dinner. This cooking dinner happened after my arrival. First I arrived and then the person cooked dinner. So it is the second action in the sequence. When I arrived, she was cooking dinner. In this situation, the person was cooking and my arrival interrupted the action. I arrived in the middle of the cooking. The person had already begun. When I arrived, she had cooked dinner. In this situation, the person finished cooking and then I arrived. So cooking was the first action. And in this sentence, cooking was the second action. And here the action of cooking was in progress when I arrived. So this is what the difference is. I hope everybody understands the most basic difference. When I arrived, she cooked dinner. When I arrived, she was cooking dinner. When I arrived, she had cooked dinner. Lena, because you speak Russian, right? So this can be a little difficult for you. This one especially, she was cooking dinner, perhaps can be a bit difficult for you. So I'll tell you, she had begun cooking, okay? She was in the process when you arrived. She was in the middle of it. For example, Lena, when you joined, the teacher was teaching, right? When you arrived, the teacher was explaining the lesson. Okay, it means it was already in progress. The lesson was in progress. Okay. Yeah, I know a little bit about Russian language, that the continuous tense can be difficult for Russians to learn because they don't have the continuous tense in Russian. And that's why it is a difficult idea. So with my earlier students or friends who speak Russian, I had this interaction. I learned that Russians often find it a bit difficult at first. But then it's not a very difficult idea. But people who speak Hindi, for you, there is no confusion. Each one has its equivalent in Hindi. जब मैं आया तो उसने डिनर बनाया. जब मैं आया तो वो डिनर बना रही थी. जब मैं आया तो वो डिनर बना चुकी थी. Done? No confusion at all. We have all the three equivalents in Hindi. So this is the reason why Hindi speakers should not struggle with English. But the problem is, somehow we still do. He spoke good French because he was living in France. He spoke good French because he had lived in France. Now, he spoke good French because he was living in France and he had lived in France. They refer to two different situations. He spoke good French because he was living in France. So this statement is about while he was in France. And he spoke good French because he had lived in France. This French, he was not speaking in France. He was speaking elsewhere because he had stopped living in France here. He had lived in France. It was the reason why he was speaking good French, but outside France. See, he spoke good French because he had lived in France. It means now, when I heard him speak French, he was not in France. He spoke good French because he had lived in France. So when I heard him speak French, was he in France that time? When I heard him speak French, was he in France? No,
No.
he was not, because the sentence says he spoke good French because he had lived in France. And when I say he spoke good French because he was living in France, yes, he was in France when I heard him speak French.
Yeah.
I listened to music while I did my homework. I listened to music when I had done my homework. See the difference between while and when a little bit here. I listened to music simultaneously, okay, with my homework. So I did my homework and I listened to music. Both the things happened simultaneously at the same time. I listened to music while I did my homework. While often refers to the action that happened at the same time. When is preferred when we are talking about sequence? I listened to music when I had done my homework. So I finished my homework and then I listened to music. It was the second action. Listening to music was the second action. And doing my homework was the first action. And in this sentence, both of them were happening simultaneously. There was no first or second action. Number 4, she gave me a book and I read it. She gave me a book and I read it. She gave me a book, but I'd read it. Okay, so in the first sentence, she gave me a book, I took the book, I read the book. Okay, the same book I read. So she helped me in a way. Okay, I benefited from that book. But when I say she gave me a book, but I had read it, it means I didn't need that book. I said, no, I don't need your book actually, because I'd read it. Okay, she gave me a book, but I'd read it already, so I didn't need it. Number 5, when I got home, Manisha has not been attending the class lately, no? She was not here yesterday. She's not here today. Any news about Manisha, anyone? When I got home, the children were going to bed. When I got home, the children were going to bed. When I got home, the children had gone to bed. When I got home, the children were going to bed. It means I managed to say good night to them. Okay, I got home, the children were going to bed, so I might have said good night, children. Okay, because they were going to bed when I got home. Okay, and when I got home, the children had gone to bed. I could not say good night to them. They were already in bed, they were sleeping. When I got home, the children had gone to bed. They did not see me come home. So that's the difference. And I noticed that Rasana in the group described everything in great detail here, isn't it? So did you guys go through her text?
Yes, sir.
Before she gave me. Okay, gave me it nahi bol sakte. We can't say gave it to me. Before she gave it to me. Before she gave it to me. Okay, this is how it can be. We can't say she gave me it. Okay. She gave it to me. When I got home, the children were going to bed. I am listening, camera is off. Yes. Arish says, when I joined SPC, I had already heard a lot about the class by some of my friends, from some of my friends. Okay. I had heard a lot about the class. Okay. I'd heard a lot about the class. Okay. From some of my friends. Arish, beta, there are quite a few mistakes. Arish, you have improved a lot, Arish, but because I think midway you kind of got diverted, distracted by this class, that class. You attended so many other classes thinking that this class was not going to prepare you for this exam or that exam, which was absolutely your mistake. No doubt about it. There are students who have studied in this course for long enough and they did not need any preparation for any exams, because this class teaches English in such a comprehensive manner. Okay. And unfortunately, the other classes you joined, they confused you so much more, and this is why you're making mistakes, I would say. If you had been the same consistent boy throughout, you wouldn't be making such mistakes. When I joined STC, I had already heard a lot about the class. I'd heard a lot of the class is not right from some of my friends. This is not the first time and this is not the last time that people have strange opinions about classes. I am experiencing it everywhere because I'm the lone warrior in this small town who is approaching English in such a comprehensive way. Otherwise, they have selected a certain part of English, which they call English grammar. Certain topics feature there like tense, voice, narration, and some other stuff, but those things do not help the students develop a comprehensive understanding. And that's why, despite completing the course, they still do not feel very confident about so many other things about English. The things which are related to the same chapters, but they feel confused. And I believe this is not about English. Now that we are working there at school, we have seen that many teachers actually of different subjects, many people don't think about the concept. A lot of children know how to do LCM, okay? Lowest common multiple, LCM, right? A lot of children know. Most children who are good students know how to do LCM. But if you ask them, what's the point of it? Why do we need to learn LCM? Many of them have no idea why. Their teachers never talked about it. They simply started with, majority, how to do LCM. They give them questions and they ask them to do LCM. They are happy when the students give a certain number, that this is the LCM of these numbers given. And they are happy. Yeah, good answer, correct. But when you ask them questions related, which are, related to this LCM thing, then a lot of those students who are doing LCM correctly fail to answer. Only a handful, only a small percentage will answer those questions correctly. There are 3 schools, okay, in the same neighborhood. One school has a period of 40 minutes. The other school has a period of 45 minutes. And the third school has a period of 50 minutes, or let's say 60 minutes. That will be easier. 40 minutes, 45 minutes, and 60 minutes. All the 3 schools start simultaneously at 8 o'clock. The bells ring at 8. And in the first school, bells will ring every 40 minutes. In the second school, the bells will ring every 45 minutes. And in the third, every 60 minutes. Lena is a maths teacher, if I'm not wrong. Lena, you're a maths teacher? Yes. Okay. So, Lena, you teach stuff like this? What I'm talking about? LCM. Which class students do you teach? Higher class?
I teach students from 5 to 11 class.
Right. So this is probably in class 4th here in India, or 5th, class 5 or 4 maybe, okay, or 6. I'm not sure because I'm not the math teacher. But yeah, I ask this question sometimes, and I ask them that all the 3, schools start at 8 o'clock. The bell rings. When will the bells ring again together? At what time? The school starts at 8 o'clock. So tell me. So when will all the 3 schools ring the bell at the same time? They start at 8 o'clock and they all ring the bell together. Okay, at 8 o'clock. And I told you, the first one has a period of 40 minutes. The second one has periods of 45 minutes. Every 45 minutes, the bells ring. And the third one has a period of 1 hour. The bells ring every hour. Okay, my experience I'm sharing with you. I didn't mean to ask you this question. I was just telling you my experience. A lot of smart students, smart I'm saying because they are clever, okay? They are doing LCM, but here they just don't know what to do. I met one guy, he was from a very small school. You know, he was in class 9th, but the guy looked very small, like class 3 or 4 student. He was in class 9. And his mom was very happy when he answered the question correctly, actually. Very few students answered. Most of them were happy doing LCM, but they could not answer this question. It's a very interesting question. The timing is such, if you think, you know, the schools start at the same time and they will finish, the bells will ring again at 2 p.m. Yes, Kushi, that's right. Yeah, they will all ring at 2 p.m. Well done, good job. Kushi Sharma is, hey, you guys will say why I like girl students more, because yesterday I talked about, paying the fee because I wanted to get the TV back. And I don't know anybody listen or not, but Kushi, I just noticed Kushi sent me her fee. So thank you very much, Kushi. And you guys always say, oh, why because the girls take better care of the teachers. I didn't have to ask her. I just said it is as a joke in the class, and she sent me her fee. Think about it. Okay. So thank you. And 2 p.m. is the right answer. Now, let's do some practice book exercises from the previous unit. I have already shared this page with you. Now, stop and check. Guys, look at these questions. You have to choose the right answer. Let's do them. Do all the questions on your screen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15.
Who do you look like?
Sorry, did you say something, ma'am?
B. First one.
You are supposed to do all the questions at once, okay, together, and then we will discuss which the right answers are. We will not discuss them one after another. Like you can't do just one question and check. I will not check. That will not serve the purpose.
Okay.
You have to do all the questions on the screen first. You need what? Page right there. Okay, this is a practice book.
Sir, in practice book, which is the page number? What is the page number?
56. Page number 56.
I think there is no 56 page number in my book.
Maybe the sequence is a little messed up. So
Yeah, but there is no 56 page number.
I'm so sorry about that. Then normally that doesn't happen.
Yeah, I'll do it on the.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 11 to 15. The questions are on your screen, guys. Go in this sequence. Or maybe I should zoom out a little so that you can do all of the questions first. Yep, that would be best. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah, fine. Shall we check now? Or you need more time?
Sir, only 10 seconds. Done, sir.
Yasmin ma'am, have you finished? Aisha beta?
Yes, sir, I have done it.
Sukhaya?
Yes,
Sandeep?
I have done.
Okay, let's check that. Lena. Lena, your name is here. You're not looking forward to your exam results, huh? Or are you? Have you finished, Lena? Have you done all the 20? Good. So let's check everyone. Shall we, Lucky? Okay. Number 1. Everybody, A, B, or C?
B. Look.
B.
That's right.
B.
B, sir.
Yeah.
Do you look like?
Good job. Some of you are sending your answers to me. Good job. Okay. So who do you look like? Your mother or father?
Mother.
Yes, Aisha, you do. And you should be, I don't know if your papa is a good looking man or not, but is he?
He's also good looking.
He's also good looking. So you
Sir,
should
it
be
can be. Who do
Uh-huh.
you be like?
I'm coming to that, Sushi. I'm gonna answer that. So you should be grateful to both, Aisha. Mom and dad both good-looking people who produced you, good-looking girl. Now, who do you look like? Your mom or your father? No, B is not possible, okay? If you want to use B verb Khushi, then the question will be, who are you like? Who are you like? Okay, your mom or your dad? And this question, has a different meaning. Who are you like? It means similarity in terms of personality, not in terms of looks. Okay, who are you like? your mom or your dad. However, there is another expression. Who do you take after? Who do you take after? Which means everything, like, closeness in terms of looks, closeness in terms of personality, So who are you closer to, your mom or dad? Not in terms of emotional closer. Who do you look like? Who do you behave like? Who do you think like? Who do you take after? Normally children take after a certain parent in terms of looks as well, and other things. So if you want to use the verb be khushi, the sentence should be, who are you like? Number 2.
B.
B.
Yes, B is correct. Lena is not looking forward to getting her exam results because in this sentence, to is a preposition. Forward is an adjective. Lena is not looking forward to getting her exam results. We studied that in unit 5, if you remember, where we learned verb patterns. Okay. Lena is not looking forward to her exam results. Lena is not looking forward to getting her exam results. I am looking forward to seeing you. I'm looking forward to seeing you. All right. I'm looking forward to meeting you. I'm looking forward to visiting you. So this is correct. 2 plus B, 4 here. It's one of those rare cases. Okay. You have to learn. Next, number 3. Let's meet again soon. I'll give you a call sometime next week.
Yeah, call.
Let's meet again soon. Why will is correct better here? Because this person is deciding to give a call in this moment at the time of speaking, and that's why it sounds more correct, more natural. Let's meet again soon. I'll give you a call sometime next week. I am going to is used when you are saying something which you have already planned. Okay, you have already decided. You are just sharing it with somebody. Okay. For example, I'm going to get married next month. I've not decided at this moment. Okay. I have decided and I'm telling you. Okay. So I'm going to get married next month. Okay. Like this. Number 4.
What were you doing when
When
What were
I
you doing when I rang? You sounded out of breath. Okay. Number 5.
Sir,
What do
I
you,
am looking forward to wear this dress, or I'm looking forward to wearing this dress.
on the basis I said, what will you choose? On the
On the
basis of,
I'm looking forward to wearing this dress.
absolutely correct. That's right. Number 4. What were you doing when I rang? You sounded out of breath. You sounded out of breath. Anybody needs Hindi of this, or everybody understands what it means? You sounded out of breath. And we pronounce it breath. We pronounce it breath. Okay. And if you put an E here, then it changes its pronunciation completely. It becomes breathe. Breathe. It is breath right now. And you put an E here and it becomes breathe. Okay. The vowel changes, the consonant changes, so many changes happen. Speaking of pronunciation, before I came up to teach today at 3:30, I think 3:30 class, yeah, I and my daughter were watching a YouTube video. It was about a report that says that Prayagraj water that people are having a bath in, is not fit for bathing, that water is dirty, it is polluted. And there is a word, FAECAL, okay? FAECAL. This word is an adjective. It comes from the word feces, okay? Feces, in academic terms, we use the word feces for the waste material that comes out of the body of humans. We call it feces. Human feces, okay, means shit in simple language, okay? SHIT. Okay, so feces, then C is pronounced sir. And this was Study Glows, a channel which is famous on YouTube for students who are preparing for UPSC and other exams. So the teacher was reading that word fecal. I and my daughter were both watching. So she asked me, Papa, isn't it fecal? I said, yeah, it is fecal. Okay. The thing is, Your pronunciation, English pronunciation is absolutely, crazy. You know that the same letter C can be K, can be S. So it is not the fault of the people that they don't know. The thing is, they don't have the environment, the right environment. They haven't listened to the correct pronunciation. So all those students who are listening to that man, by the way, the number is in millions. Okay. So those people who are listening to him, maybe they will learn Fiesel because he is saying Fiesel. All right. But I and Aditi, who's only 15, we both know it was fecal. Why? Because we have heard the correct pronunciation, because our sources were good. So that school that we are running here now in Bihar Sharif, I am very confident about one thing. The students who will reach after 2 or 3 years in class 7 in our school, they will have better pronunciation than anybody in the entire town. And why is that? Because they will listen to the correct pronunciation from me, and I'll keep correcting them if they have already learned something bad. And 2 3 years is a lot of time to correct children, right? And I will be with them all the time. And most importantly, young kids learn very fast, especially sounds and all. Okay. So a great advantage, great achievement it will be that the students of our school will have better pronunciation than all other expensive schools in Bihar Sharif, just by being there. Not because they will have to work hard or something, because they'll have a teacher who has the right pronunciation. Now understand how important it is for the schools to find somebody who speaks good English as the teacher of English. They'll have to do it. Yes. Ravi Lal, come. Okay. The boss is here. When you visited my school, some of the children were saying, sit, take a chair. Sir, your students are what? Rangdar or what? Because you have that personality, the way you appear.
I'm not one of them.
I know, but that's the impression you put when people see you. Because of your size, because of your expressions and everything. Aisha is saying, I wish I could study in your school. Oh, Aisha. But you can definitely be there, beta. I would love to have, Simran has already gone, but Pankhuri will join me, Simran. I have asked her already, to help me with the children and the teaching and everything. Okay. And what's this? Arey Bappa. Why do you have to come with the gifts?
This is not good.
Oh, your brother, he came with expensive gifts, clothes and sari and sweets and stuff. God, it was his wedding. We were supposed to give him gifts. He came with the gifts. Okay. So
Excuse me, sir.
yes, Imran.
Call me also for the summer internship.
But when you're not in Bihar Sharif, are you?
That's what I am saying. Summer internship, sir.
Summer internship. Okay, beta. When you are here, you are definitely going to be in the school. I would love to have you girls there, because I know children feel very comfortable. First of all, when there is a big man with the children around, the children don't feel very comfortable unless the teacher is very, very friendly. Okay. Because if it's a male, there is a different feeling. But women bring different kind of feelings that around children. So I guess, Simran, you, Pankhuri,
Yeah.
I have already. Yeah, I've talked to another girl. I have Ashfi. She's in elementary class, but she's doing great. So I've talked to her as well, and she's very happy, that I asked her to join the school, So yes, it is going to be very, very interesting. Rukaiya was already here for a couple of months while we were here at home, and now she's not in Bihar, so I'm unable to take her help. But otherwise, it would have been really great, So he's your cousin? Then uncle, neighbor, he's your neighbor. And Bhaiya has agreed to leave you here in Bihar Sharif?
Yeah.
Oh, good for you. You will be sitting right in front of me, talking to me all this while, like this, face to face. It is going to be so much better. Yes. And the most important thing, you will not be able to
Hi, everyone.
access, you will not be able to access, Google Translator anymore. Everything will be, genuine. Everything
fine,
is everything you write. Yeah, good. I understand. All right. So let's continue with what we were doing. Yeah.
Sir,
Yes,
excuse
Simran.
me, sir.
Yes,
I
Simran.
have a question. Is Ravi from Bihar Sharif?
He is not. He is from Barara, a village near Bihar. That's his native village, but he's been living in Delhi for almost all his life, except for a couple of years of the beginning, of the start. You spent 3 or 4 years in Barara, Bihar Sharif, and then he left for Mumbai, sorry, Delhi, and he grew up there basically. Okay. So,
Okay. But
by
he
the way,
often come to your institute, so I
that's
thought
what we
that
thought so. No, actually, his brother has just got married. So because of that, he's been, visiting Bihar Sharif again and again. And he's decided to perhaps stay in Bihar Sharif so that he can attend the physical class, because he can do it. His brother has also agreed. He will stay in Bihar Sharif for the course only. It is very
Wow.
important for him, actually, for his career, that he speaks good English.
Okay.
His entire career
For me
depends.
too, sir.
Yes.
Because I have a desire, I want to go to foreign.
Go to a foreign country. Okay, in 2 years, most probably you'll be there. Okay. You'll be there means you'll be there in terms of English, that you can travel. Now, number 5. What do you want to do for your birthday? What do you want to do for your birthday? Yeah. What do you want to do for your birthday? You got it wrong. What do you want to do for your birthday? What do you want to do for your birthday? Not what do you want for your birthday. I said, what do you want to do for your birthday? You want to have a party? You want to go to the water park? What do you want to do? You want to go to the cinema? You want to go to a strip club? Sorry. So maybe Ravi want to do this. Who knows? Okay. All right. You have the money. Yeah. Okay.
Not money.
Okay. Number
Money
6.
is cheap.
It's cheap. Well, when you are in another country, maybe. Number 6, not in India. I'm not going to upgrade my phone.
Entrance fee than 1100 or 800.
We don't have strip clubs in India. We don't have them. We have dance bars. They are different. The strip clubs are against our culture. Why would any girl agree to? No. I think if there are some, or if there are any at all, that's what I'm saying. If there are, yes, must be hidden.
And you can see
Secret. Yes, secret. There must be secret. Because it is, again, it doesn't go with our culture, In our culture, we do not appreciate, approve of, nudity. And strip clubs are about nudity. I'm not going to upgrade my phone
Yet.
yet. I'm not going to upgrade my phone yet. Sounds good. I'm not going to upgrade my phone yet. I'll wait for a couple of more months or years, right? Number 7, I'm fed up
Of having to work late every day.
Fed up with having to work late every day.
Yeah, with is the right preposition. Okay, आपको कुछ नहीं करना है, याद रखना, fed up with. Okay, I'm fed up with having to work late every day. Fed up with. Okay, I'm fed up with. I'm fed up with having to work late every day. Having to. It's not my choice. Okay, I am being forced to. I'm being obligated to work. I'm fed up with having to work late every day. I'm fed up with what? Having to work late every day. I don't want to, but I have no choice. Number 8.
He doesn't enjoy teaching very much.
He doesn't enjoy teaching very much. No, it's not about me. I still do. He doesn't enjoy teaching very much.
He's a very friendly dog. How long have
How
you
long
had
have you had him? How long have you had him?
Because of this is your test.
Yeah, absolutely. I love teaching English. He's a very friendly dog. And now I'm teaching young kids. I can't tell you how happy I am. I can't thank my brother enough that I have this finally I have this opportunity to spend time with young kids like 5, 10, 8, 9 years old. I have a few students in my class as well. Ayat and Naya, 7 and 10. Sure, why not? How old are you? And which class are you studying in? You are in 10th. You will do exam in 2026. Correct. Okay. Then you are going to go into class 11th after you get the result, right? Okay. So you can join the spoken English class, right? Why? Because your exams will be, have your exams already finished? They are going to finish in a few days, maybe, right? Yeah, okay. And then you will have plenty of free time. So you can work on your English. Okay. He's a very friendly dog. How long?
Have you had him?
Have you had him?
He's a very friendly dog. How long have you had him? 9C. 9C.
C.
Good. Arish? My sister moved to Canada a year ago. My sister moved to Canada a year ago. Khushi, select your answers and send them to me on WhatsApp or Telegram somewhere, okay? So that later I can explain. I know you've been absent a lot, so maybe you will have a few problems, but I'll explain those things to you. Don't worry.
Okay,
My sister moved to Canada a year ago.
Are you?
Yeah, 11. Barbara often
Has to work at weekends.
has to work at weekends. She has no choice. Barbara often has to work at weekends. I don't like having to work at weekends, but the Sunday class that I have, 3 o'clock batch, I love teaching that. It's a nice change from what I do in this class. Focus is on something different. Number 12.
She doesn't have to wear a
uniform.
Doesn't have to wear a uniform. She's lucky. She doesn't have to wear a uniform.
Doesn't
However,
have to wear
uniforms look good. We have our own uniform, you know. You saw me, right? When you visited. Yeah, I think it looks cool, the uniform. Yeah, the t-shirt and the trousers, formal. She doesn't have for the teachers and for the students as well. Yeah, definitely. And most importantly, it makes you look cool as a team.
Yeah, and it's also provide equality.
Exactly, it does. And when I, with my brother and other people, when we go camping, okay, for campaigning, we go campaigning. All right. So people look at us wearing the same uniform and they become curious, and it helps us because then we ask, do you want information about a new school we have started? And they say yes. And then we talk to them a lot. I mean, our, what we say is, transformation rate.
Wants to join
The school
campaign.
campaign. You want to come with us?
But I did not
Yeah, but don't worry. When you are free, let me know, and then I'll call you. Okay. Number 13. She doesn't know if
She should
marry
or not.
she doesn't know if she should marry
James.
James or not.
Arish. The school is near Jeevan Jyoti Hospital. Yeah, yeah. It's a few yards north to Jeevan Jyoti. A few yards north. Maybe 10-20 yards north to Jeevan Jyoti. Okay, she doesn't know if she should marry James or not.
You need to search on Google Map.
We will put it on Google Map. We haven't put it there yet, I think. Number 14.
I have
I've never met a famous person in my life.
I've never met a famous
Number 13 was easy. She doesn't know if she should marry James or not. Number 15. Sam was just 6 when his family
moved
to Singapore.
A is correct.
Moved.
Yes.
Yes.
Sam was just 6 when his family moved to Singapore. Sam was just 6 when his family moved to Singapore. He was 6 years old. No, I don't. Not yet. I need to have one. But maybe, you know, for that, I have to do a couple of things. Get my daughter settled, find a husband for my wife, and then... Okay, 16. 16.
It's the funniest film.
I have ever seen.
No, I don't want to leave my wife alone here. You know? Okay. All right. Number 16. It's the funniest film I've ever seen. It's the funniest. See,
to time, and she has time more than 5 to 6, more than 10 years.
Yeah.
And I thought suddenly,
Yeah. 16C, yeah? Guys, 16C. It's the funniest film I've ever seen. The funniest film I've ever seen. This is a very common structure, right? It's the funniest film I've ever seen. Okay, number 17.
I asked her
I asked
brother was
in
Ingrid what her
Ingrid
brother
what
was
her
like.
brother was like.
Line.
B.
B. B.
B.
I asked Ingrid what her brother was like. It means asked her, tell me about your brother, because I didn't know anything about him. I've never met him. Okay, that's why. I'd never met him. I asked Ingrid what her brother was like. 18. Roberto is not as much fun
As his brother.
Like his brother.
Brother.
Alfonso. Roberto is not as much fun as his brother Alfonso. Okay, who is saying this? Roberto is not as much fun as his brother Alfonso. Maybe, I don't know. Up to your imagination, who is saying this? 19.
That's the most exciting match.
The most exciting match I have ever seen.
The most exciting match
I've
I
ever
have
seen.
ever seen.
That's the most exciting match I've ever seen. 20. There is nothing
Worse than
Worse
worse
than
worse
chips
than
without
chips without salt.
tasteless.
They're tasteless. There's nothing worse than chips without salt. Okay. A, 20. So anybody got all 20 correct, guys? Anybody here? Arish, did you get them all correct, or did you make any mistakes?
I made one mistake.
One mistake. Two. Lucky made two. Lena, did you get them all correct, or did you make any mistakes, Lena?
I have mistakes.
You had a few mistakes, right? Aisha, Zafri, did anybody get all of them correct? Sumit?
No,
Yes.
sir.
Yasmin ma'am, did you get them all correct?
Yes, sir.
Oh, good for you. Good for you. Lovely. Well done. So now, next, vocabulary. Use the clues to complete the crossword. So you'll do it at home. I'm setting this as homework for you. Assigning this as homework for you. I have received answers from Aisha, I have received answers from Sumit, but I haven't received answers from, I've received answers from Arish as well, but a couple of people haven't sent their answers to me, you know? You should have. Never mind. Don't forget to do your homework, people, okay? 2 pages, page number 57 and the other page. Both the pages are in the group. Now, you are in the best hands when you are with me for your English, at least, I can tell you. Okay, I've worked very hard to make that claim. Yeah, I know, because of your experience in the past. Yeah, it's the right thing you did. I think you can improve that sentence. He has already watched the videos?
maybe some
On YouTube? On YouTube? Good, good. Yesterday, you know, that thing that happened, you know, that guy who came into the class, Abhishek, you know, Saurav's friend, I was not very happy about it. So things are, you know, he brought his friend yesterday. No, what happened that his friend directly came here and he was sitting. Then I said, hello, Abhishek, and online, unmute yourself, turn your camera on, and then sort of said that it was his friend. He had invited him to the class because he was very curious about the class. He really wanted to be here and all that. But when I asked him to turn his camera on, he simply left. He did not message me on WhatsApp, nothing. So let me tell you, I don't want to entertain curious people. Understand, people? I would hate to just entertain curious people. I want to entertain those who are sincere about learning. There is this guy, you know, Shubhankar. told you about him. He's 30 years old. He's from India, Bengal, but he's been living in Japan for 9 years. He he came across my videos, watched a couple of videos, made his comments there a couple of times, and then he decided that he wanted to be in the class, paid the fee and got in the class. And he's such a sincere student.
You need to join, but first you need to watch.
Hmm.
And if you influence,
Yes, if you feel it is useful. Well, I don't want anybody to make a blind decision. That's why my videos are on YouTube. Watch the class, find out whether the class is useful or not. Yeah. Yeah, that's also for sure. That they are not going to be there public forever. I'm going to make them private soon or for members only.
I find out time.
Like I said, I'm a Bihar Sharif person. Okay, I've always been a Bihari. I have been a Hindi medium student. So it was not easy for me. I had to work really hard to at least feel confident that I can say that you are in good hands when you are with me. And I'm not somebody who likes boasting of myself.
I prefer him because of he wants to prepare JEE or NEET.
Well, whatever you want to do in India, you want to have a good career, most probably you will need English. Okay, it doesn't matter in which field you want to go. Even if you want to work in the railways, for a higher post, it's important that you know English. Okay, so English is an official language in India. So anybody who's got common sense understands what it means. It means official work is done in English. So if you want to work for the government, then you need to know English because a lot of communication, office communication is in English. If you want to work for a private company, then you want to work for a big company. Big companies are multinational. Multinational means there are people from different countries. Then what language will they use to communicate with each other? English. So I don't think there is any getting away from English now. People can't wish it away. They will need English. You won't need English if you want to do a business in your small town. Fine, no problems. But if you have big aims, if you have big plans, if you want to travel, if you want to visit places, if you want to meet people, if you want to maybe enrich your life with new experiences, English is going to play a big role. People who do not speak English, their options for entertainment are also limited. And those who speak English, their options for entertainment suddenly becomes much, much wider, bigger. So I don't know if we need to really talk about the importance of English anymore. It is something that is obvious. Everybody knows. So, yeah, let's continue what we were doing. The role swap. We do not pronounce it swap, okay? We pronounce it swap. The role swap. Swap, okay? There is a word sound, swap. The role swap means wife swapping you might have heard already in films, okay? It is role swapping, means you exchange the roles. I will be the student, you guys will be the teacher. The role swap. Well, I'm a gentleman. Yeah, so the role swap. Okay, the role swap. Okay, joining words. I know new generation is different, but I'm from the old generation.
I'm not.
Yeah, good. And even if you were, I know you wouldn't tell me. Ravi is having fun, he's not keeping quiet sitting next to me. In the online class, he was often very quiet, no? But now he's not quiet, and that's good for you. I think this is why you needed to be here. Yes. Okay. Work with a partner. Look at the title and pictures of story. Tell each other what you think the story is. So I'm putting the pictures in the group. Yeah. And I am gonna create breakout rooms, but we have only 5 minutes left. Okay. Let's see if you can do something in these 5 minutes. You have to look at the pictures in the group and talk to each other about what the story might be, what might have happened there. And try not to read the story, make your own guesses. That's what we are doing. That's why we are doing it. Okay. We don't want to get the right story. We just want to practice our imagination. Okay. Exercise our imagination. So I'm opening the rooms for you all. Go ahead and start your practice. You guys can talk to each other. Do you have your phone with you? The photo is in the group. Sanjeev. Hey, Sanjeev. What are you doing here, Sanjeev? You are here, I know. Sanjeev, I know you're here. I know he's here. He's just unmuted. He's just muted himself and he's pretending that he can't hear me. Later, you can't make the excuse that my network was bad because I know you're here. And don't ask me how I know it, but I know you're here. I won't tell you the secret. He's still keeping quiet. So where did you study? Oh, okay, nice. And your dad, what does he do? Sanjeev Bua, where are you? You are there. I don't know if you have fallen asleep or what. So you went to Daffodil School to study. How many years were you there? From class 1 to 9, 2 to 10. Okay, that's a lot of time. And be honest and tell me, when you had to do answers to the questions, did you copy the answers from the book, the text, or did you write your own answer in your own vocabulary, in your own language? You wrote your own answer. How confident and comfortable were you feeling? Not very confident. You were not very sure what you were writing was right or not. We realized that long time ago, because most of the students we have are grown-up people, 20, 25 years of age. And all of them have already studied at school, college, but they could not really learn English the way they wanted. Although they had English periods, almost every day they had English periods at school. And still, their English is limited to knowing the story, knowing the poem. They don't care about the language. And nobody else cares about them improving their language. Realizing it, we have started a school, and our focus is that the students learn the language the right way so that they don't feel handicapped when it comes to writing their own answers, essays in English. And because I feel English is a language, I do not approach it as a subject. So my focus is always when I'm talking to you right now, by the way. I don't know if you realize, but you are learning English already because I'm just talking to you this way in this fluid manner. My conversation is not very stiff with you. I'm not trying to be grammatically correct, this, that. I'm not thinking of my sentences in Hindi and translating them into English. I'm just flowing with my thoughts. Okay. So if you are exposed to this kind of communication, then automatically you just learn the language in 2 years, 3 years time. Yeah, it's 34. Okay, let me close the rooms. All right. So how was the practice, people?
That was quite good.
Good. I know you would have liked to be there for a little longer, but it is 8:34 already. We are 4 minutes past our scheduled time. So I'm wrapping up now, okay? And I don't think Khushi participated. I don't think Sanjeev participated, right?
No, Khushi did participate, sir.
Khushi participated? Did
Yeah.
she? Oh, good,
Yeah,
good.
Sir, we cracked the original story from the pictures, and we are very confident about it.
Good for you. Good for you. So we are going to meet tomorrow. We have some homework in the practice book, 2 pages, and I put them in the group as well. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Is that fine?
Good night.
Yes,
Yes,
Good night.
sir.
Okay, sir.
Good night,
Bye, sir.
everyone.
Good night, sir.
Bye-bye. Good night. Good night.
good night, sir.
Good night.